Do you have high blood pressure? Then this episode is just for you. Welcome to the Oma Show. These foods can help with blood pressure. High blood pressure is a silent disease. Often there are no symptoms. So that's why it's tested regularly by your healthcare professionals. It's better to catch it before it gets out of hand. Beyond the standard advice to reduce salt and caffeine, there are some foods and drinks that can help too. I've rounded up a few for you. You may be surprised at them. Guess how many people have high blood pressure? 1 billion. Seriously, 1 billion. It's said to be the #1 risk factor for death and disability in the world. If you have high blood pressure, it's best that you are monitored by your healthcare professionals. And if you are on a medication for high blood pressure, never change that without speaking with a medical professional. Today, we'll talk about what exactly blood pressure is and which foods and lifestyle factors can help with it. Go on my website because I have a smoothie challenge which are made out of lots of green vegetables and will help you with your high blood pressure. And also don't forget to subscribe to my newsletter. I send out 2 newsletters every week talking about everything you need to know about health, wellness, and beauty. Get lifelong holistic tools to achieve the skin you strive for with my 6-week video series program, where I give you a step-by-step guide to becoming best friends with your skin and developing a sustainable and effective skincare routine for clear, balanced, youthful, and healthy skin. Go on my website and find out the details. The link is below. What is high blood pressure? Let's understand that. It's something your doctor commonly checks. You can even do it yourself in many pharmacies or purchase at-home blood pressure monitors. There's an inflatable tube placed around your arm that gets blown up and tight. It measures how hard your blood is pushing against the walls of your blood vessels. If your vessels are stiff, the pressure increases. It's important to get your blood pressure checked regularly because for many people there are no symptoms as it slowly creeps higher and higher. This measurement is important because elevated high blood pressure for too long can cause serious damage. In extreme cases, it can result in blindness, kidney damage, stroke, or even heart attack. Here are a few of the foods and drinks that can help with blood pressure. Eat more plants. This is key. If there is one thing you can eat to help with blood pressure, it's plants. Plants increase your intake of many critical nutrients, especially vitamin C, E, and folate, and minerals like magnesium, potassium, and sulfur. Not to mention the all-around health booster known as fiber. All of these nutrients are needed for optimal health and blood health. Some plants to eat more of include leafy greens, kale in particular, legumes, nuts, seeds, broccoli, cauliflower, and tomatoes. 2 plants I want to highlight in particular are flax seeds and beets. A few tablespoons of ground flax seeds a day is one of the best foods to help with blood pressure. Beets contain a blood pressure lowering substance called nitrate. Beet juice has been shown to reduce blood pressure within hours of drinking it. Eat fewer processed foods. I have spoken about it multiple times in different videos. We've all heard the advice to reduce sodium intake for high blood pressure. Not surprisingly, most of the sodium in our diet is from the salt added to processed foods. It's not from the dash or 2 on your homemade cooked from scratch dinner. Reducing processed food intake not only reduces sodium and sugar intake but also increases intake of more nutrient-dense, less processed foods. Win-win. Ditch the fast food, takeout, restaurant meals and convenience snacks. Replace them with some of the plants I mentioned already. Ditch the caffeine, particularly if you're sensitive to it. Coffee has been shown to temporarily increase blood pressure. Its effects can last for up to 3 hours after drinking it. It may not be so bad if you're not sensitive to it, but caffeine affects some people more than others. Some caffeine sensitivity symptoms include shakiness, worry, irregular heartbeat, or difficulty sleeping. If you find caffeine affects you, then try switching to decaf or eliminating it altogether. Pro tip: don't drink a cup of regular coffee or have other sources of caffeine right before your next doctor's appointment or blood pressure test. Drink hibiscus tea. This is not a hype. There is science behind the blood pressure lowering effects of hibiscus tea. Several clinical studies have shown that it works. In one study, people drank 2 cups of strong hibiscus tea every morning. Those 2 cups were made using a total of 5 tea bags. This lowered the subject's blood pressure as much as a blood pressure medication. Lifestyle. In addition to food, know that a number of lifestyle factors can be helpful too. First of all, if you smoke, really focus on quitting. If you drink alcohol, don't overdo it. If you're seriously stressed, then try meditating, yoga, deep breathing, walking in nature, or any other way that busts your stress. If you don't exercise, start small. Also try not to overdo exercise if you are already having blood pressure issues. Conclusion to all of it: high blood pressure can be a silent and all too common issue. Elevated blood pressure puts you up at risk for serious diseases. If you have elevated blood pressure, you should be regularly monitored by your healthcare professionals and never change your medications without their input. Some of the key food and lifestyle upgrades that can help with blood pressure are eating more plants, particularly ground flax seeds and beets, eating fewer processed foods, ditching caffeine if you are sensitive to it, drinking hibiscus tea, quitting smoking, not overdoing alcohol, reducing stress, and exercising wisely. So if you're suffering from high blood pressure or anybody else in your family, please share this video with them. I'm sure this will be helpful to them, and I hope this is helpful to you. Sending you lots of love and health. See you soon.